Today is July
6th, July 6th.
6th?
Yes. And the following is the sort of the rough sketchings of a first act written on the plane ride back from Hawaii. These are sort of the summation of the beginnings of the recollections of the work of Michael Dougherty, Dan Harris, and myself that we did in Hawaii on the project Superman.
Suddenly it was like Marlon Brando, dun dun dun,
Yeah, duh.
bum ba da bum, and then they explode, bum ba da, and then suddenly just when I thought that, when I thought that was big, the letters, that giant S, and I was just like, 5 o'clock in the afternoon at the Prince Theater in Jersey with my mom, just like, Superman.
For 9 years, I saw the movie one particular way. We pushed and we pushed and we pushed. He, within a second, saw the real way it should be made, which was the reverse of what in our mind we had been going for. And God love him, thank God, came up with something that is really magical and spiritual and very, 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 very emotional.
My initial rough framework was just basically a rough pitch, which it was with Richard Donner and Lawrence Schiller Donner, my hotel room in Austin, Texas, and I said, I know I don't have control of the property, I know I'm not involved in it, they're going to make another script, but if I made a Superman, would you listen to me? And I told Richard Donner like what I would do, and he said, I love that idea, and that was the blessing. Because without his blessing, without Richard Donner's blessing, you can't make a movie like this. I don't think so.
Superman's been around for 50 years. There are so many different incarnations of Superman. He's done everything. They've rewritten the mythology a dozen times. The suit has been 100 different ways. So we're going back to Superman 1 as our kind of canon. Dick Donner shot a very realistic, very natural.
Lex Luthor and his associates will call him Otis for the moment, aboard a huge icebreaker making its way through the polar ice. Luthor has charts spread everywhere looking for something.
I'd say that this is an action-adventure, romance, comedy.
The internal story is a struggle with Clark Kent, who is faced with working with Lois Lane, who is like, oh, Clark, you mean how my husband, we work together, isn't it so great? And he's like, all the time. It's the humor of him being like, Lois, I don't know, But when Superman comes back into her life, that's her old love, and her memories, remember he kissed her in Superman, and suddenly it was just like Clark separated the two. But there's something, Superman, that's her first love that she just doesn't want to acknowledge. So, and they have to contact each other because of certain information, certain things, and she's very torn, and he's very torn.
But find some huge images in this movie that were made from kind of ideas in the script that we didn't gloss over, but that weren't really extremely important to us until they were brought out in production art. And once they took some of our ideas and things that we just threw off and turned them into kind of amazing production art, we went from there and expanded based on what Guy made, which is really great for us. It's like giving a visual voice to what we're doing at the same time when we're doing it.
But then this should be drawn on the bottom panel in case you understand? So but I'll zoom in on this.
As your life will be seen through mine.
You need that part. You want to see my,
But I'm saying, do you want to cut? I'll show you. Wait, just pause. You will carry me inside your life, make my strength your own. See my life through your eyes. How much of it is relevant to our movie? Basically, they do their scenes, their improvements, their drafts, and then we sit and just go through it in the room and try to make the changes in the room.
Read out loud.
And we read them out loud. And sometimes we'll call scenes out loud. We'll do the dialogue back and forth. We'll make up new dialogue back and forth.
Yeah, we read it to each other. Someone plays Lois, someone plays Superman, and we read it out loud and see how it works.
I look great in a wig. Dan and I kind of took separate chunks of the treatment. So it would be, I want to write these 5 scenes, and then Dan says, I want to write these 3 scenes. So then we email them back to each other and combine them and then rewrite each other back and forth. And then submit to Brian, who says, this is good, this is good, this is horrible, this is good, this is terrible, good, good, good. Kind of like getting graded on a college paper.
I'm telling you.
Gil heard the story prior to me, and he called me at home, and I said, tell me. He said, John, I can't tell you, it is so brilliant that it just took my breath away. And I went, really, really? And I said, well, tell me. He said, no, I can't tell you. And then finally we all had lunch, and he told me, and it was something amazingly, spiritual.
All of our conversations, Brian and I, had been about, you know, we don't want to do something that's already been done and we want to do it differently. You don't want to disappoint. You want the audience to just be wowed. I personally feel that we, the human race, needs a Superman. And when given the opportunity to be involved with a project about Superman, I thought, well, maybe there's something we can do here that's bigger than just a movie. And when I heard the story that Brian and the writers told me, I felt we were really on the right path. So, yeah, I think we all need this.